Hello everybody. Well, this is the end video for our Arizona adventure. We're back in Denver. We're on the joint line here shooting videos, but we figured we'd cover up the rest of the trip, which would be day 28 and I believe 29, but basically June 3rd and June 4th. So we really did. I didn't shoot any videos because I was just starting to feel tired and out of sorts. So we're going to do it here. Hopefully the train doesn't arrive in between here, but hey, we'll take that chance. So when we left off, we were in Crete, and we went up for Crete for breakfast. Breakfast took forever, but it was Mom's own cooking, so an hour and a half, a small town. Well, that's kind of normal, but the food was really good, was worth the wait. Knew the weather wasn't going to be that great later in the day, so the first thing we did was what's known as the Bachelor's Loop. Sorry, I gotta keep looking over my shoulder to make sure there's not a train coming. And this is up the mining loop, and first, 300 yards of it was definitely class 2 4x4 road, and it was pretty rough, but we managed to make it up and took a lot of pictures. The road kind of smoothed out down class 1 pretty quickly afterwards, and then it really became pretty much class 0 for the second half. It was only about a 10-mile loop, so it wasn't like anything major here. So that went well, and the weather was starting to come in on us as we were coming off the mountain. And we headed east from Crete down to South Fork, and that's where things kind of fell apart. It was already raining by the time we got to South Fork, so I said, hey, we're just going to take this one route that is kind of low elevation, but just touring from South Fork down to Antonito. Well, the road kind of was okay. It just poured down rain. All the streams were bank full. But we drove about 18 miles in. The road was starting to get rough, muddy, and such, and narrower. And we got to this junction, and I kind of went up one way, found some side-by-sides coming the other way and say, how is that? It said it was muddy. Also, I wasn't sure which junction I was at, so I asked them where I was. I wanted to go to the South Fork, which would take us down to Antonito, and it wasn't looking really great at that point, but it was like still, the road was clear. It was just some scattered snow piles around, and we went down that. The road got really bad, and in one place it got blocked, and we had to go literally up a cliff to get over a section that was snowed in. And we were following another vehicle at the time, so it was not like end of the world. It wasn't like we were on our own here. Got down another mile, and the road really started to get wet and muddy and slippery, and found the guy who was ahead of us, and he said, nope, road's completely blocked, not getting through. So we turned around. I had to spy him over that really bad section. It was an angle like this to get back over. Almost stood the car on end. That's why I wanted him around, just in case something really stupid or bad happened. And then we had to really didn't have two good choices, so I took the Summitville one, which was listed as muddy, and well, we were just sliding all over the place. Was not made Evelyn very upset, but she kept quiet and such. I just told her, like, look, it's the only way out. And then we got to a junction, and I thought it said South Fork, but no, it said South Springs or something like that. And it took a left. I should have taken a right. Had another 10 miles, so we had to do another 30 miles to get to South Fork. And the gas light came on again, which means I was almost completely out of gas. So that just scared us even more, and very worse than me. We did get down, we did get through. We got back with like a gallon and a half of gas left, which is way too little. And then it was just like, okay, we need to do something. This isn't working. It's already 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's just call it a day and let's go for something nice and start heading for home. So instead of finding a Forest Service campground, we went to the Alamosa KOA, which we've been to like several years ago. Not cheap, $65. And well, I have a video on that if you go way back. Probably have a link on it here. But from there, well, we did have a good night. Oh, and they served pizza too. So we just, instead of going all the way back into town, because the Alamosa KOA is actually east of the town by several miles, we just had a giant pizza. We got a nice tent site with a fire ring and electric. So, and of course, showers and Wi-Fi help, mollify Evelyn a bit. Got up the next morning and I was just not feeling, I hadn't been feeling really well for a day or two. And so we just packed up the car and I just told Evelyn, it's like, look, I'm just tired of it. I just want to go home, even more than yesterday. So we're not even going to do any looping or touring. We're just going to go straight home. So we did take our time, but we did drive back to Wickenburg. Did catch, nice thing is, we did catch the Colorado and San Luis Railroad, which only runs a train 2 times a week, and we just happened to be on the right day and caught him at the right spot. And well, did a little videotaping, and then well, just drove her home, and we're back in Denver, our base of operations. So it's been about a week now, and I'm sorry, I usually try to get these out immediately, but just didn't happen this time. So, but we enjoyed the trip. Took a few days unpacking, took a few days being just recovering, and well, we're done. Well, that does it. Thanks for watching this series, and well, we'll sure have more stuff coming up. This is probably going to be Idaho and Utah coming up pretty darn quickly here.